and welcome to round 5 of the Intercontinental Rally Challenge. Unlike the previous rally in Yalta, the Geko Ypres Rally, a traditional stop on the IRC. It's well known for its spectacular high-speed asphalt stages where the speeds can exceed 190 kilometers per hour, often breaking into the 90-degree corners. Yes, occasionally throwing mud, stones and dirt onto the roads for those who cut those corners. Overall, we're looking at 18 special stages covering 288 kilometers in total. Glorious scenery around the beautiful city of Ypres Cathedral, central market halls providing a spectacular service park. Flanders known to attract tourists en masse. It's gorgeous architecture, an awful lot to see here, and including, of course, memories of times of trouble. Well, the Ypres Rally, famous for its atmosphere, beautiful town square vibrating with life, and of course thousands of rally fans turning out to see Thierry Neuville and Freddie Loix. This is how the championship stands coming into this one. No Hanan again this time by. Kopecky trailing him by just 3 points coming here. Bouffier in third ahead of Neuville. Loix in fifth. Wilkes leading the remainder here. 10 points behind Wilkes in sixth place. Skoda leading Peugeot by a reasonably narrow margin of 12 points just for now. Bad news came early for Jan Kopecky before the rally even started. Yes, he and Peter Starry had to withdraw. Crash in the shakedown left Starry in a lot of pain. Collarbone the issue. Too painful to continue.
We are very disappointed because we believed that we would be able to do really great result over here because the car was really perfect. But after this, I think still the health is more important than the result.
Well, with just a 3-point deficit on the title leader, Kopecky's hopes of finishing at Ypres Rally and as IRC series leader squashed. Freddie Loix, the man they'd all come to see, as well as Neuville, of course. Third on the road after Kopecky's withdrawal. Fastest in every single stage on the opening day. 6 wins, don't forget. He's taken the title 6 times, looking to make it 7. Can anyone stop this man? Yes, said he needs to keep it sensible, of course, to keep his championship hopes alive. But, well, if this is sensible, what's crazy like? The end of day one had a 36.7 second lead. Yes, lacking the battle he relishes, perhaps. Well and truly in control. Loix supreme. As for Neuville, a big favourite, third here last year, huge local support, but retired on the opening stage with damaged suspension.
In a left-hand corner with a big cut, we lost the outside wheel. The wheel was broken, and we had to continue because there was no place to stop, and we continued over 500 meters, and then the chassis arm was on the road, and we damaged them, and no possibility to fix them after.
Andreas Mikkelsen, another young driver with high hopes, shattered early on, unfortunately. Also retiring on the opening stage, just 1 kilometre into it indeed. Ran wide, hit a corner into the ditch. Tried to get out, impossible.
It's just in a junction left, 90-degree left, where we brake and we hit the throttle a little bit early and a little bit understeer out, and the front right tire just went off the tarmac, but there was a ditch there, so it was just dragged out, so nothing we could do.
Guy Wilkes has been here before in 2009, been the Proton, of course, had a competitive times back then. Missed last year due to back injury, you may remember. Wilkes needing a good result here. Hasn't had much luck this season. Keeping a close eye on Loix throughout the day, staying closely on the timing sheets as well. Big moment on 2, but still only 0.4 of a second off Loix in that stage. Lost a lot of time in the final stage of day 1. Struggled in the darker conditions and said it was difficult driving with the lights.
To turn right 4 minus.
Well, first of the local amateur drivers, Peter Schoen Yes, his main focus, the Belgian Championship, reigning champion, but currently second in the 2011 standings, using a different co-driver, Lara Van Neste. His regular Eddie Chevalier injured his back in a crash last week. He also made some good times on day one, always in the top 5. Yes, on stages 3 and 6, he was second quickest. Brian Bouffier needing to score here. Not had a great run so far in the IRC series. His win in Monte Carlo, of course, since then. It's not been the best. With Kopecky out, Bouffier had a chance to make up some good points here in the morning. Didn't get off to a great start. Went into a field. Big moment. Yes, he didn't get a bill for the sprouts, incidentally. Built his way back up, though, overall to 5th. And into a good battle. Starting to think about a podium place. Hans Weiss, his first stage in an S2000 car, said yes, he needs to learn the car more. Terrific performance by Weiss Jr. Yes, was the revelation of day one. Competitive times improving throughout. 24 years of age is the Dutchman. Happy to end day one 5th overall. Luca Rossetti in the Abarth, first on the roads. Should mean a cleaner line. No cars ahead of him, of course. Cutting corners and looking spectacular. Says he doesn't yet have the right feeling with the car. Battling for 4th overall. Engine failure, though, and he slipped back to 13th. Running repairs enabled him to fight back to 8th overall at the end of the day. Good effort. Jesper van den Heuvel, yes, in the new Rally Art 4. The R4, proving that they're succeeding in their plan to close the competition, close down the S2000 car. 11th overall on stage 1. Great show for the first big rally of their, after their big accident in the German rally 9 months ago with co-driver Martin Coleman. You may remember they had a fire as well to deal with. Bruno Magalesh, good form on 1, but disaster with engine failure on 2.
We don't know the reason, but it's a pity for us because we start very, very well this event. We were very confident, and maybe you could do here the best result of the year outside this country.
So after day one, this is how it looks. Freddie Loix at the top, 36.7 seconds, his advantage over Guy Wilkes, Schoen the Belgian, and Dagant along with Weiss as well, just helping their push here in 5th place. Cassier, some unfamiliar names perhaps further down the order, but some very, very quick performances here as well. So on to day 2. Final day indeed. Very, very busy. An awful long way still to go. Oh, Gian Domenico Basso on board the Proton. Using race tyres, no cuts. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't off. Clipped a rock, just like Neuville and Wilkes later. Well, in the first stage at 2 kilometres from the end, hit a small wall hidden in the grass, and that pushes off the road into a little ditch, and it's just not possible to restart, he says. So the programme goes on for Proton, but they're in good hands, both in terms of management, in terms of their ambition, and of course from great drivers as well. Luca Rossetti and the Abarth on slicks with a full cut, said he was just going too fast, not enough braking, and a spin, passed Neuville on the stage, and thought that Neuville had had a puncture. 9th place overall for Rossetti, but it's not the sort of thing that you need to do. Michael Solovov battling with the conditions, 8th overall in the M Sport Fiesta, looking very purposeful. Well, 8th place, he would have taken that at the start of this rally. Tony Gardemeister, 7th overall, going off for some big testing in Finland after this event, but looking in a comfortable place. First time on these tyres in the wet here. Seems to be going well. Bernd Cassier, the Belgian, very difficult stage for the local man. Best result he'd had here in the past is 4th place. The corner early in the stage, though, almost went straight. said it was like ice out there, a little bit damper than day one, causing all kinds of problems. Kessia 6th, Weiss in 5th place. His first few kilometres in the car in the rain, more grip than he expected, he said, and he continues to impress. Brian Bouffier, well, we expect him to impress. Difficult stage, he said, quite slippery over there. 4th place overall for Bouffier, 6.2 off Schoen, running in 3rd place. A podium still very much a possibility for Bouffier at this stage. Peter Schoen then, rain tyres with no cut, and he looked like he'd made a good choice there. Never driven this car before in the wet, don't forget. Said it was difficult to find a rhythm, but well, maybe that safe tyre choice was the way to go. Happy with his 3rd spot overall. As for Guy Wilkes, he went for cut slicks and was heading for his first stage win of the rally. Took a different tyre to Freddie, soft slick with a heavy cut, hoping to benefit on the later stages. It wasn't a conscious effort to be different to Freddie. They just thought differently about the day, but it worked for Guy. He was fastest on the stage, maintaining 2nd spot overall. Freddie just 0.4 behind Wilkes, so really not losing much of an advantage in the overall ranking, but for the first time getting knocked off top spot. And as you can see, absolutely on it, Freddie. Still leading by 36.6 ahead of Wilkes. That's how they stood after stage 7 then. More in a moment. Well, the opening stage of the day, and Freddie Loix out of the box yet again. I think they change his batteries each night. Unbelievable. Increasing his overall advance on Wilkes by another 4 seconds. And yeah, wondering if his choice of tyres could be better. Yeah, ever the perfectionist, Freddie. Knows the conditions here, knows how to drive them as well. Brian Bouffier and the rest just trying their level best to keep in touch. 3rd best time on the stage, 7.7 off Loix's pace, but yes, 10 seconds better than Schoen on this one, stage 8. Up to 3rd overall by 3.3 seconds. All the other top 10 runners keeping their positions. Wilkes 40.9 down on Loix, Bouffier and Schoen, just with that small swap, but important one. Yeah, the crowd's out in force here, and Rossetti, having struggled with the wet roads early on in the morning, was better on stage 9. Complained about mud on the road. First cars having something of an advantage out there, and a little bit of a course, let's put it that way.